as a potential short trade setup. I had mentioned it in another video where we were we hit a few targets. We actually had hit 2 targets and collected profit. Right off the primary trend line off the Corona crash lows here, and we had broke down. I think it was around that time during the Travis Scott incident. We had put in a sell signal. We hit my first target, hit my second target, and then we came back, had a counter trend rally, came back up. We popped that 106.94, and we had rallied ever since. After hitting my first 2 targets in my previous videos, and really essentially what we did was we put in even a larger divergent high, and we've got now divergences continuing to construct on all 3 indicators that are pretty bearish, and we want to see these divergences taken out if there's any. Usually when a marginal new high trends off like this and continues to put in a larger divergent high, usually the bigger the drop. And I added a secondary trend line here, and it's got plenty of reaction for retracement back to, in my opinion. We've got this head and shoulder looking top here. You know, this would be catching the right shoulder, and I believe a break of that 116.31 ought to do the trick, at least for a 7% drop if we break it. Now I added this triangle pattern. We've got plenty of reaction validated too. Usually it gets it coils up, and then it usually shoots off in one direction or the other, and now's the time inside of this triangular wedge where it's got to make a move pretty soon. So we're sort of at really what you would call an inflection point. So, and another good thing about that 116.31 is if we crack that coincidentally, we'll be along line that 50-day moving average too as well. So as far as the weekly goes, this is the weekly. We put in a pretty decent looking 3 black crow pattern, but we also followed it up with the 3 outside up pattern. So both bearish and bullish at the same time on the weekly. Again, we have negative divergences building on the weekly as well. So we'll see what happens. We'll take it step by step and look for a sell signal below that 116.31. I believe we'll get it, and if we do, it should be a quick drop down to that secondary trend line off that 106.94.